It's July and free mints are still the meta, and not only that, they are arguably just as profitable as other markets. In this video, I'm going to shamelessly talk about possibly the best free mint that you can mint in terms of long-term return on investment. But before I do that, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while, not a lot has changed in the market. Overall volume is still down terribly. We're still in the free mint meta as I mentioned earlier, but if we hop over to CoinMarketCap and we actually check out cryptocurrencies, we're seeing one of the first green weeks that we've seen. We have Ethereum up nearly 18% on the week, Bitcoin nearly up 12% on the week. If we actually go into the charts and we check this out, we can see that we're still within this range. Whether or not we'll actually be able to break 1280 is to be determined. So I imagine we're still going to consolidate in this range. But as you can see, we are starting to see a bit of a pump. And typically when we see something like this, where we're just consolidating, if we go into OpenSea, these periods of times are typically where NFTs start to see a bit of a move up. And that's just because investors or market participants are feeling a bit more comfortable, a bit more secure, considering that ETH isn't just continuously making new lows and absolutely tanking. So they're going to be a lot more willing to put their money into an asset and expect it not to drastically depreciate in just a week's time. So with that being said, I do want to dive into some projects. The first one is a free mint. The second one is not a free mint, but it is very interesting with a very stacked team. And I did meet the founders, and it's backed by a lot of your favorite influencers, advisors, whatever you want to call them. And then there's also another mint, another project that we're going to talk about after that I don't believe is a free mint, but it looks really interesting. It's gaining a lot of traction, and I personally really like the art style. As always, before I dive in, make sure to like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications, and let's hop into these projects. So the first project that I want to talk about, and one that is going to be a free mint in a relatively low supply, is called Arcane, otherwise known as Arcane Tools. At the moment, they don't have a lot of tweets, really. They only have 3 tweets. Their main pinned tweet is the one that's gaining them the most amount of traction. If you haven't noticed by now, this actually is my project. This is the one that I was telling you guys about on my previous video, where I go into my NFT flipping strategy for free mints. This is the tool, the platform that I was talking about building, and the one that I was going to deliver to you guys. So I'm going to dive into this project, show you guys what we're working on, why we made it a free mint. And if you haven't already done this, I highly recommend you do this. Just click register for free mint, or just click Arcane List. From there, you'll be able to enter our Arcane List raffle. Just enter a Twitter username, a Discord ID, and an email address. Click continue, and then all you have to do is follow these 3 steps. It will log you, and then you'll enter into our raffle for basically just getting a free mint list. All you have to do is these following steps, be in the Discord, and then eventually we will announce the raffle winners closer to the mint date. And we're giving away a ton of Arcane List spots, as we say here, just for this raffle, because we wanted a lot of the initial people on board to be completely organic and get organic exposure on Twitter and Discord. But anyways, Arcane Tools, what is it? What is it supposed to be? The goal for Arcane is to be the all-in-one NFT trading platform. So if we scroll down, we can see a bit of the sneak peeks, see the MVP, the minimum viable product, which is what we are launching for our free mint features are. So this is our trading view tab. This is essentially if you've ever used something like NFT Nerds, where you'll be able to see rarities, you'll be able to see charts, floor walls, you'll be able to use quick buy features with presets. You'll be able to see token count, how many people are holding what tokens, what wallets are holding how many, total volume traded, floor price, and stuff like that. So if we scroll down and we go into the main features, I'm doing this a bit breezy now because we are going to launch our beta in about a week. So I will do more of an in-depth YouTube video actually showing this to you guys. And we're going to have a bunch of beta testers before we actually launch our free mint. For the free mint, this is everything you're going to get. Scatter plots with supply and demand. So what that means is you're going to get the scatter plots, the floor walls, and then this supply and demand bar that we're going to be making, which is a very interesting visual key for you to see in real time if there's more listings or more trades, depending on the time period that you're looking at. You're also going to be able to do quick buy, so sniping with GUI presets. So if you want to make sure your transaction goes through and you want to set 500 GUI with 50 priority, whatever you want to do, you can do that. We're going to have built-in rarities, real-time floor walls. We also have trending collections. So based on my last video, if you watch that, you'll be able to see what is trending in real time, but you'll also be able to see what is minting in real time. So if you ever use something like IC tool alerts or Mobi alerts, that's going to be built into our platform as well. You're also going to be able to see what is minting in real time. We're also adding a lot more features than just that, but those are the main features that you're going to see. Now, scrolling down, I think one of the best parts about this project is not just what we're promising. It's not just that it's a free mint, but as we state here, bet on people, not projects. At the end of the day, there's a lot of tools out there. There's a lot of platforms, but what it comes down to is who is able to execute, who is able to do things the right way, make it efficient for the end user, myself, the consumer, the one using the actual product, and being able to have access to the right tools at the right time, and for the data to actually be reliable and efficient. Because a lot of times if you get data just a couple seconds later, which might sound drastic, but it is true, it is the case, that might be the difference of you securing a mint, getting your entry in on a project before the next pump, something like that. But specifically, obviously, we've got myself, we've got John Storn, our full team is Docs, by the way. We've also got Gronk Wizard, another amazing guy, another advisor. I've met all of these guys in real life. life and vice versa. We've actually all met each other as well. And there is one more person that has just joined the team that is not on there yet, but I will show you. So we also have Kevin Sasanto. But if you go into our Discord and you look at our facts and the bios of our team, you can see that they're fully doxed. We've got LinkedIn profiles and so forth. So, but the goal is to have all of these tools in one, because if you're like me, someone who has a bunch of subscriptions and a bunch of tools, it's kind of annoying to have to always buy the next token or the next thing for something that is relevant. And when it comes to relevancy, I think that's where Arcane will succeed. The fact that we are going to have all of these tools in one platform. So that is an introduction into Arcane Tools. I will definitely do another video later in the month. We are planning to launch at the end of the month. Our beta again should be out mid-July in about a week, and we will be doing beta testing. And if my voice sounds really scratchy, I am just recovering from COVID. I went to NFT NYC, had an amazing time, but unfortunately a lot of us got COVID and I'm still a little bit sick. So going on to the next project, we have Magma NFT. This is an interesting one because it doesn't seem like they have a lot of hype, but if we go onto their website, first of all, it is a 333 collection, so it's quite small. But if we go down and we scroll down to the team, you can see that this is a very stacked team. So we have Aster, who is the founder, seems like a really cool guy. I met him in Dubai. Then we've got Shan, who is partner and chief advisor, who is obviously one of the co-founders of Project Gajira. Then we've got Ali Sajwani, which I've also met, as well as Daglan. Ali Sajwani owns a project known as Crypto Bear Watch Club. If you remember, I went to an event in Dubai that was hosted by Crypto Bear Watch Club and Project Gajira. He basically also owns and manages DYOR, which is a massive real estate hotel business in Dubai. Then we've got Daglan, who's an advisor, who's one of the founders of Mindblown. We've got NFT Llama, who's an advisor. We've got Takoa, who's an advisor. So as you can see, it's a very stacked team, but the supply is really low. So what are these guys really offering? Well, first of all, they have some interesting partners. Some of them are obvious: FEW, Takoa's, Project Gajira, Shan, Disto Apes, and then Llamaverse. They also have X2Y2 and Sidecast, which is a project that I believe is coming out relatively soon. So essentially what this project is supposed to be is an exclusive club, and it says we've spent the better part of previous years establishing connections with some of the most well-known project founders, recognized collectors and artists working in this industry, proprietors of galleries, as well as venture capitalists and investors that are interested in this area. So if we scroll back up and we see the pass benefits, a lot of this pass is supposed to be IRL benefits. So as I mentioned before, Ali Sajwani, he owns this project called Crypto Bear Watch Club. When we went to the hotel, which was a very, very nice hotel in Dubai, a DYOR hotel called Paramount, we ended up paying like 60 or 70% off our entire duration of the hotel stay just by owning a Crypto Bear. And they also had another deal separately with Project Gajira. So I think that these guys are going to do the same thing, where if you go to certain hotels or events or whatever it might be, you're going to get a significant discount. Now, is that relevant to you? I guess it depends if you travel and if you're in those areas. It says that they're going to focus on establishing partnerships in order to get discounts all around the world. So I guess you can redact what I just said, because they're going to try and get it all around the world, including 4- and 5-star hotels, restaurants, media agencies, citizenship programs, business setups, and other services. So can they actually do this? I wouldn't be surprised if these guys actually could pull it off and deliver some type of feasible IRL utility where you'd actually use it. So going on to number 2, network access. Obtain access to network and high achievers, project founders, investors. Obviously that makes sense. So personally, I am in this group because I met Asher and he was just kind enough to give me an invite. I'm pretty sure I'm going to mint one of these. I think I have a whitelist spot, and I'm being completely transparent. I actually don't know if I'm going to mint this. I think I have a whitelist spot and I think I am going to mint it, but I don't know for sure. But that being said, this is a very small group, 333, and they've got a lot of advisors and project founders in here. So the whole point is that you're going to get access to this crazy network within the Web3 and borderline Web2 space. And then going down, I think that they're going to give you like, you know, priority access to upcoming mints with artists. They have a bunch, and wow, I just realized if you own one of these, I wouldn't be surprised if you got access to NFT Llama's Operation Sin. Obviously, I don't think that's been confirmed, but now that I think about it, considering he's an advisor and there's 333 spots, I wouldn't be surprised. Anyways, I'm digressing. This is the artwork. This is the pass. I actually personally think it's really cool. It kind of reminds me of like RuneScape / I don't even know, but the point is it looks pretty cool. This project could be pretty awesome. That leads to a lot of connections going forward in the NFT space. That being said, if we go onto their Twitter, you can see that they had a blind bid for Magma and it was sold out. So basically what they did is they did a bidding system. Then they decided on the bid amount was 2 ETH. So essentially everyone had to send 2 ETH to a wallet, and that basically secured their mint to, I think, mint these for 2 ETH. I may be wrong, but I think that whoever has a whitelist spot, you're gonna be able to mint them for like 0.45 or 0.5 ETH. So yes, of course they are pretty expensive, but I just wanted to point this out to you guys, because if you do have some ETH in your wallet and you are looking for one of those more longer term investments into a group that has a lot of connections and traction in the space that have actually done something, then this could be a really good group for that. So I believe they're launching on July 14th, so that's still 7 days away. Obviously, I don't think you're going to be able to get a whitelist spot, but again, this might be something to check out on OpenSea, because this could have a lot of benefits. Getting access to the network and possibly other projects like Operation Sin, for all I know. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I'm just speculating, but if Llama is an advisor, he's probably going to want to provide some type of additional value to this project, and I would assume that would be something like giving access to his upcoming projects. So that's about it for Magma NFT. Now, the last project that I just want to quickly touch on is called WeAbove. The Twitter is WeAbove official. I really like the art and the vibes on this one. They've got a lot of these crystals, which I think look really cool. So these guys don't have a website yet, but if we go into the Discord and we go into the FAQ, the thing that interests me first and foremost, and then makes me more interested in the rest, is the 6 artists have all worked on the wonderful animation series Arcane Netflix. So that's pretty funny. Arcane, if you don't know, it's one of my favorite animated series, if not my favorite animated series. It's one of the best animated series of all time. If you've ever seen it, if you've had the pleasure of watching it, you probably know how good it is. I'm not going to go too deep into it. I think you get the point. I really like it. That is really cool. And if we scroll down and we look at some of this artwork, okay, yeah, that kind of makes sense. A lot of the visuals make a lot of sense, and they have a lot of these crystals. The artwork and the stylization kind of looks similar to watching Arcane and seeing like a lot of those effects, especially with like Jinx. I could be biased because I really love Arcane. I think it's a great show and I love the artwork, but nonetheless, they strive to be a global digital brand at the intersection of art and design within the metaverse. If I would assume what it would be, it's probably going to be something like Azuki, where at first it's going to be this profile picture. Hopefully that pops off, has a lot of demand. People really like it. The artwork is really good. And then they eventually build a brand out of that and lead to more and more things. So at the moment, the supply is to be determined, the mint date is to be determined, and they're relatively new. Like, they have a lot of traction, but they're not like super hyped up yet. So they've got a lot of room to grow, which means there's a lot of opportunities to get whitelist spots. They do have a pretty reputational team as far as the artwork goes. And of course, whether you agree or not, artwork is a large portion of the NFT space. So I think that this project has a lot of potential and they've got a lot of things going for it. I would definitely check them out, follow them on Twitter, and hop in their Discord because this does look like something that has a lot of potential. That is going to be all for this video. Thanks for taking the time to hang out, listen to my very raspy voice, and hopefully learn something new or find some projects that you like. Until next time, have a good one. Peace out.